Good evening, folks. Welcome to the Dark Rose Podcast. This is episode 12. I haven't done this in quite some time, but I'm kind of glad to be able to do this again. I have a featured guest who is pretty popular on TikTok, also a content creator, the wonderful Jasmine. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Nice to see you.
I know. I haven't seen you since the summertime. So how's everything? Since the time we last saw each other.
Yeah. It's been good. Really busy with work and trying to also create content on the side.
Right.
Just always busy, but everything's great.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's another reason why I wanted you on the podcast was because we wanted to talk about, content creation.
Mm-hmm.
I always for me, I always thought about trying to do content creating. I mean, I do the YouTubing and the podcasting.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's such maybe a tedious work behind the scenes.
Yeah,
it
is a lot of work. That's
so,
true.
Yeah, so tell me though, how does it start off for you? Or how did it even start, to be honest? How did you get to that point?
I was actually thinking about this on the ride over because I knew you were going to ask me. Basically, I always wanted to create content. Even when I was younger, I used to watch so many YouTube videos, and I'm I feel like I can do this. And I used to be obsessed with creators on YouTube, lifestyle, makeup, fitness. There was all these girls that were making all these videos, and I really wanted to do it. And I actually tried a few times to post or create YouTube videos, and I would just be super exhausted by the end of it because YouTube is so much effort. You have to have a separate camera, film horizontally, look presentable, and then have a third-party editing software.
Right.
And then it takes forever to upload. So I was you know what, maybe this is not for me. And then Vine came out, and I used to post on there sometimes.
First of all, I'm so happy you brought that up because I really was thinking I know before TikTok there was Vine.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Vine, I think the max was 6 seconds.
Yeah.
6 seconds max.
Yeah.
I used to have Vine too. I only had 4 or 5 clips, but I thought they were pretty creative.
Yeah. It was so fun.
Yeah.
Vine, honestly, RIP. Vine was just so different, even than TikTok, even though they both are short form videes, just Vine was hilarious.
It was 6 seconds, but the 6 seconds made it such a big difference.
Yeah.
That's why you see, well, now there's no more Vine anymore, but there were Viners that became really popular. Now they became YouTube, famous YouTubers.
I
now.
know, it's
actors,
crazy.
Actresses, yeah. Who's I think one example was King Bach.
Yes,
King Bach was one of those because I remember.
And now he's in movies.
And he's in movies now. I'm how the heck?
Ryan loves him actually. My husband loves him. So.
Oh, Ryan!
Yeah.
Oh man, dude,
Yeah.
I will never forget how he started too because I remember just seeing his videos or his vines. King Bach was literally just on the rise too.
Yeah.
So it's just mind-boggling to see how he transitioned from there to YouTube and then just into now
Yeah.
So to me, that just says a lot of how important it is to the little things, you know what I mean? You wouldn't think Vine, probably now TikTok, would make a difference.
Even Shawn Mendes, that's how he started, was playing his guitar on Vine, and now he's a world famous musician.
World famous musician.
Yeah.
So little things a 6-second video can really change your life.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and that to me, I think that's where kind of where you're leaning towards right now. You're already I don't even know how many followers. I know I just downloaded TikTok just to see your stuff, and I looked. I'm oh my god, this girl's pretty popular. And there's some videos too that were 2 million viewers, 8 million views. I'm holy crap, this girl's So I wanted to ask too, do you know which video? Because I looked into it, but there were a couple of that were already 100,000 views or 1 million views, but which video in particular had the start to your TikTok career or your content career, shall we say?
Yeah, I think there's a couple that really made me gain a lot of followers. I have the one that you referenced that has 8 million views.
Yeah, I think that's I remember. It was It had Ryan in it.
Yeah.
That's what I remember.
It was about reasons to marry an engineer. And I made it on a whim. Ryan was actually building a closet for us. And I was this is why I married him. And I was I should make a TikTok about reasons I married him. And we're both engineers, so it's relatable. And I knew things that we have that's quirky. So yeah, I made it in maybe 10 minutes. And it got 8 million views in I don't know, a month, which is crazy.
Holy crap.
And I think I grew from 15,000 to 25,000 followers in that time frame from that video.
From that video?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
So if you think about it, it's only a small percentage of viewers, but that's a lot of followers.
That is.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's to me, just a 10,000 follower, that's a lot of people. Like,
Yeah.
literally, that's just, you wouldn't think that, but it really is. Like,
Yeah.
it's so hard for me, like, on YouTube, it's so hard for me to get, like, 5.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, it's
YouTube's
like-
really hard. Every
hard.
platform's so different. Like,
It is so
that's what I was going to
different,
talk
yeah.
about too, is like a subscriber on YouTube versus a follower on Instagram versus a follower on TikTok is like not equal. So like, you know, like the having like one YouTube or like maybe let's start at TikTok. If you have like
Right.
10,000 TikTok followers, that's maybe equal to like 2,000 Instagram followers, which is equal to like 200 YouTube subscribers. Do you know what I
Oh,
mean?
I didn't think about that, but I could see that.
There's
yeah.
like less value in a TikTok follower because like the way I like to explain it is like because there's like a For You page, it's like less risky for somebody to follow you because they're not going to be annoyed and see your content all the time.
Right,
But
right.
if you like follow on Instagram, like the way it used to be at least, like you are going to see their stuff. It's like a bigger deal to follow somebody. You know?
Gotcha, that makes sense.
So
Do you think also too, because TikTok like videos are quicker, so people can just look at it and just be okay, at least it's done. Because like
Yeah.
I feel like YouTube is like I don't want to say risky, but because like some things could be lengthy.
yeah.
You know, like if it's like a 20-minute video, like you better have like millions of subscribers.
Yeah.
So to get to the point where you get good views for.
Yeah, not only
Yeah.
that, it's like it's so important to have a lot of subscribers, but it's also important for your video to be like searchable because
Yeah.
there's no like I know they're doing YouTube Shorts now, but like there's no like feed that people usually scroll. They have like recommended videos, but
Right.
if it's not the most often that I'm using to YouTube is when I'm searching for something particular. Like Ryan uses it when he's fixing something in the house.
Right.
I use it when I'm looking up stuff about working out, which I honestly have been using TikTok more
TikTok
for
more?
searching things.
Gotcha.
But yeah, for like long form content on YouTube, like having a lot of subscribers, if you don't have that, like it being like a relevant thing that people are gonna look up is super important.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I also think too, and this is probably like another question, like how important is like algorithms? Like, is it like one of those things where like, yeah, like I gotta make sure like I have like these hashtags in for this video to see like, you know, like it's, I always feel like
Yeah.
it's one of those things where it's, is it really like necessary to have like hashtags, like a lot of them?
No, like so I think that people use the algorithm like as an excuse when they don't get views. I think that it does work against you in certain ways, and you have to be super conscious of like making sure like your video is like of high quality and like usually like in a niche that you usually post in, so because that's like the people that are going to be seeing it.
Right, right.
But besides that, like if you are posting a quality video, like it's likely that it'll get views, and I think people just blame the algorithm because they're not seeing the views that they want.
Ah,
Yeah.
I see.
But yeah.
I like to ask that question just because, you know, as a person that's pretty popular on TikTok, you know, I always want to know like the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Like what is like the strategy? Is algorithm really an important necessity?
Yeah.
And you said no, and I'm like, okay, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because it's like that's what I think. Like I feel like everybody in their minds is like, oh yeah, they're probably having like the way to use algorithms.
Yeah.
And I'm like in my head like yes and no. I feel like yes it can be, but I feel like you just have to have like really good content, I think.
Yeah.
And like just to kind of you have to like really work your butt off to really get like those good videos. Like that's how you're able to get like your stuff like popping on TikTok. You know what I mean?
Honestly, though, I try not to I try not to work too hard on it. Like how do I explain this? Like there's some people who create videos that take a lot of time, but you don't have to put a lot of time into a video for it to go viral. Like
Right.
so like for instance, like you have like these YouTube videos, right? You have like hours of content. It would be pretty easy for you to just find like 15-second clips and post them on TikTok. Like that's if you just spent like one day, like a week, and you just took 15-second clips from like
Right.
3 videos, you would have like a week's worth of content, you know?
Oh
And
yeah, easily.
you can use the same hashtags, use like a 1-sentence caption, and you can even automate posting, and like that would be
And
like low effort, you know?
low effort. It's like done deal. And also like again, I feel that's another thing too. I feel like if you work too hard on it, it won't. I feel like it won't be like too much fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like it ruins.
100%.
Yeah, like you feel like, oh man, like I'm overthinking everything. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't want my viewers to see it like this.
Yeah.
But no, like screw it. Like I want to just do it how I feel, and if it goes viral, it goes viral.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why I think. Oh, another question too. You know, because when it goes viral, right? I always felt that TikTok had, there's going to be a lot of haters. For sure. You have haters. I'm pretty sure you have haters.
Oh, a lot, yeah.
Yeah, and I want to know how do you roll with that, or how do you deal with those kind of haters? Probably in those comments. Because it's a lot. I feel like when you have haters coming at you, especially when you're now going on the rise, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be critiquing or judging you. So how do you go about that? What do you do? You know what I mean? Mentally, emotionally.
I ignore them. Sometimes I'll comment back, but I have I think when I post a video, half of them are negative comments. Some of them are about me, some of them are about things I say, some of them are about saying I don't know what I'm talking about. It's all over the place, but I used to think it was because I post a lot of engineering content, and that's a space that's already filled with people with pretty big egos and people who think they're better than people. That's just the engineering mindset. And so I think because a lot of my followers are of that mindset, that's the type of comments that I get is people with that personality.
Yeah, just critique you left and right.
Yeah.
Very what's it called? Analytical.
Yeah.
Critical and
analytical. And they have a superiority complex because they think, I'm an engineer and I know better than other engineers. And a lot of my videos are putting down that type of engineer. That's the joke of a lot of my videos is working or being in classes with men who are like that. And then those are the people who comment ridiculous things on my videos. So it's ironic. But I honestly, dealing with it, most of the time it doesn't bother me because I know it's boosting my video. I'm keep hating because I'm getting more views. Yeah. But sometimes it does get to me when I see there are other creators. I don't find hate in their comments, and they have a community more of people who support them, and I feel I don't really have that on my page. And that's something that I am trying to work on in the future because I think a lot of my videos are more funny and people don't really know me. And I think that's why I don't have that community, and people just think it's okay to hate on my videos.
I see, yeah.
You know? So...
Because it's more because if they think it's it's people that probably don't understand the humor.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's some people that are I don't get it.
Yeah.
But why is she being like that? You know what I mean? But there's others that actually get it.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's the minute you when you from that 8 million views, you're gonna get 10,000 followers, and most likely I would say a quarter or half of them may just low key hate.
Yeah.
Just because it's just they want to. But I like the mentality that you have because you know that it's giving you more views.
Yeah.
As much as haters are haters, but you're helping me on the low. So thank you and I appreciate you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I always think to myself how do I roll with all these haters that are probably going to come at me?
Yeah.
Adore them.
Yeah.
Honestly, because it's just. I don't know. I feel there's some people that could be a little bit sensitive, and it's just oh my god, it hits them mentally.
Yeah.
One of my friends told me her kind of situation where she had a lot of haters, and she was just
on TikTok?
It was on YouTube actually. She was a little bit bothered about it.
Wow.
But after that, a couple days later, she kind of realized, what, I realized it's just gonna be like that.
Yeah.
Because she also studied other YouTubers too, and everyone was getting hate
ridiculous
for
comments
for different
no
YouTubers.
Reason.
Yeah. So to me, it's just one of those things where you just have to kind of deal with it, but you're knowing that it's a compliment because you're giving me more views.
Yeah, nobody
you know what I mean?
Nobody above you will ever look down on you. It's always the people that are beneath you.
They're always beneath you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
One thing I love to comment if people are commenting hate on my videos is especially if it's a funny video and they're annoyed about something, I always comment back you sound like you have a great sense of humor. And that usually makes them delete their comment because they realize that they're super lame and it's okay to laugh. So many people realize don't think it's okay to laugh at something for some reason.
Yeah.
So I just tell them that it sounds like they have a great sense of humor and they get embarrassed and they delete their comment. But that's only the people who really piss me off, or if I'm at the people that I'm not actually ignoring and I don't like what they're saying. And then the people who are say something that's super not okay, I'll block them.
And you block them, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha,
but it's super funny when you see a hate comment and you click on their profile and they follow you, and it's I love that you're actually secretly a fan and you're commenting as if you're not. So
yeah, that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope. Yeah. So going into it more, how does your day start? With your game plan on TikTok. When you think of a video, what's kind of your point A to point B and then execute this video on TikTok?
Yeah, so I'm not like a lot of other people. I think I know a lot of people on TikTok are super systematic. Like they'll have a list of video ideas and they'll have film days or their batch film, like a bunch of videos in one day. I'm super like, if it comes to me in the moment, I'm pausing because I work flex hours in my remote job. I'll pause my work, I'll film for 30 minutes, post it, and then I'll go back to work. Like I'm super like just in the moment.
Get to the point. You're like, okay, I got it. Let me do it real quick, and then just That's awesome.
I don't like try to like think of video ideas ahead. It's kind of just like in the moment, and then when I feel it, when I feel the idea, I feel like it's the best time to record because that's when I'm like in the creative energy and I like can think of different ways to do it. But I just feel like the times that I like have tried to plan content and force a day to film, I end up not being in the right like mood or the right energy, and it comes across in the videos and they don't do well. So I like just doing it in the times that I like get the idea and I feel like doing it.
Yeah, and you have like a good energy to do it.
Yeah, and then I'll capitalize on like that burst of energy and try to like film multiple videos so that way just in case I don't feel like doing it again anytime soon, I have a few days of content because it's important on TikTok to post often. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, cuz that's another thing too, cuz like I feel like for me, like when I do like my YouTube, right? Most of my trip contents that I do are literally like in the moment.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's more natural. Like I don't want to like, even like when I'm going out to like travel, like not all, but like I've always seen a few people that like record just to like, and then they're like just like, okay.
Yeah.
And like I'm like, dude, like you got to go out there and have fun, you know what I mean? Like that's what I do. Like I always like record things in the moment.
Yeah.
So to me, like when I see it and we're all having a blast, I like record it, and you know, I don't tell like them that I'm recording, but like, you know what I mean?
Just get the vibe.
Just get the vibe.
Yeah.
And that's what like I like on my content, where I just, you know, it's really like realistically we're actually vibing. And even off the camera we're still like vibing, you know what I mean? That's like to me like like, you know, it's like a natural thing. Because I always enjoy like, you know, because I'm having a fun time, even like if I'm in wherever I am, like Toronto, or if I'm in California, it's always a vibe for me. That's why like for you, I like the strategic way of just kind of like it just comes up.
Yeah.
Like if it comes up and I feel like I'm in the mood, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And if I get like viewers, I'll get viewers. And if not, like it's cool.
Yeah.
Like, and that to me is like one of those things where, you know, I always want to like be better at is just to strategically like kind of just keep being consistent, but like having fun with it too.
Yeah, exactly.
At the same time.
And I think a lot of people think that, oh, like I could never do that. Like I don't have video ideas. Like I don't know how you come up with video ideas. But I think the problem though is like those people don't know what they're passionate about. Because if you make your channel something about something you love, like you'll never not think of video ideas. Like if you love cooking or you love sharing like whatever you bought on Amazon, or like it literally could be something so small. It doesn't have to be like anything big like your career. Like some people it's just like reacting to videos, or like there's some people who've gone viral on TikTok for just like doing no spending days, and like you just follow them for what they do throughout the day, and like not spending money. Like people like overthink it. And so like if you feel like you want to be a creator but you don't know what you would post about, I think the first step is actually figuring out what you would want to talk about. Because then you'll like never run out of content. You know? Because
you just kind of like, and also you just got to do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. Do it. The first time is going to be like, okay, it's a little bit but I tried. Now I can keep like proceeding to like the next things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Also, another question. Who is, I think we had one of the areas that we talked about, but your target audience. Yeah. Obviously, we just talked about it. Engineering, I'm assuming, is one of the target audience you were aiming for. Yeah. Is there any other like target audience you're also in particular to lean towards besides engineering, or you have?
Yeah. So like most of my content is engineering content, but I used to post more Middle Eastern content, like
nice.
Funny videos about being Arab. I like removed them from the pin section of my profile. Some of them have gotten like millions of views, but like I stopped posting about that, and I didn't want to keep attracting people that were looking for that content and then not giving it to them. I don't know. I think ever since like moving out of my parents' house, maybe I just don't think about funny things about being Arab as much because I'm not around my immigrant parents.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But yeah, I think like women in STEM, and then engineers in general, and then like Middle Eastern, like Arab people is like usually who follows me. But I did create like a second account that I'm trying to build up now to like help people with TikTok. So like anybody who wants to be a creator or starts a business or has no idea where to start. Exactly. I have so many friends that are like now like, oh, maybe I should do it, and I just feel like it's such a need because it's still so early on TikTok.
Right. It's like we're still in like I don't even know when TikTok got popular.
Like 3 years ago, it's
That's
when
recent,
it like
right?
was created. So like over the last since COVID, it's like really blown up.
Yeah. Oh my god, COVID. That's what I remembered it clear as day. I remember like, summertime in 2020. Things were starting to open up, right? But there's still like things that are closed. So one time, like I forgot where I was. I think it was like in Livingston, and we were just playing like a pickup game.
Yeah.
And literally,
like Livingston, New Jersey, or Livingston campus at Rutgers.
Oh, I'm sorry, Livingston, New Jersey. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm sorry. I like to think about it. Sorry. But
no, don't be sorry. I just always confuse the two for some reason.
Well,
it's so funny.
We did graduate from Rutgers.
Yeah,
so
I know.
I thought at the same time.
Never
so
forget.
Yeah, right. The dining hall, good times. Best dining hall, in my opinion. Well, actually, I don't know what you're.
Yeah, no, Libby Dining Hall was the best.
Yeah, I just love their omelets there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Their
anyway,
food was better.
sidetracked. But in Livingston, we were, we just had like a little pickup game because that was the only thing we could do at the time. We were just, being able to go outside and hike, play some sports.
Yeah.
Even though like we're not supposed to be like
close. Do you play any sports?
I mean, back in like middle school, like I played like basketball.
Oh, okay.
But that was it. I actually did try out for the basketball team sophomore year,
really?
but I got cut because I was short.
Oh.
Yeah, it's all good though.
At Rutgers?
No. If I was at Rutgers, I would just be like, wow, how did he even? Are we this ass? Like, are we this bad?
I mean, we are pretty good now, but back then, I don't know.
Oh, back then we were trash.
Yeah.
Now
maybe
we're
you could have made it.
Maybe, yeah. I'll be water boy like on the sideline. But anyway, so when we were playing basketball, and then we were done. Like I remembered just seeing like three, like they must be like 8th grade, 7th grade, and all I just remembered was just them doing like choreography, and I'm like, yo, like like what's going on over there? Like I'm not trying to be creepy, like because I'm driving by,
yeah, and
then I'm looking and I see a phone, like just, and I'm like, what is happening?
That's hilarious.
And yeah, and then a few of my boys like, oh, they're like doing like a TikTok vid, and I'm like, oh. Yeah. That's actually pretty cool.
Did you ever download the app? Because you said you just downloaded it. Were you on it back then?
No.
Really?
I just downloaded it.
Are you on like IG Reels? Are you that type of person?
I just did my first like IG Reel. Actually, I must have been lying because I did my first IG Reel, but then I forgot I did an IG Reel for my Seattle trip last year.
Oh, okay.
But I did one literally recently for like a choreography.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was it.
Yeah.
So I gotta.
Do you
get on that.
Do you watch Instagram Reels at all?
I do sometimes.
You do.
I do.
So
yeah.
But you don't really watch like TikToks or Instagram Reels that often?
No, up until like I actually downloaded to see like your stuff.
Yeah. Are you like addicted yet or no?
It's getting there. It's getting there. Literally like
so bad, right?
Yeah, there was one TikTok video that I started laughing about was this is like the thing we were talking about where like they would do a reaction.
Yeah.
And they showed themselves and then in the background it's like literally like that video.
Yeah.
And she's just like making fun of like the person like cooking the food. It was literally like a burger patty and then she put holes to make it like eyes and a smiley face and put eggs. And I'm just like, and then all she's doing, she's like literally roasting the cooking.
Oh my god!
And she's like, what is even?
I see those videos
it's so
like that
good.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's when I was like, you know what? This is a problem. If I start watching this, I'm gonna have like an addiction problem. Because it's actually like hilarious. Because TikTok also it can relate.
Yeah.
People can relate to like the sense of humor.
Yeah.
And that, how you were talking about like you have like your Middle Eastern, Arab kind of culture kind of thing.
Yeah.
A lot of like your folks would probably like, yo, like I literally just had that with my family. Like they literally be shitting on me like that.
Yeah.
And so that to me, it's one of those things where like it brings people together. That's what I think. You know how you were saying like, oh, it's like a community, like you're having like to work on your community thing. I feel like that was working for you with like your Middle Eastern stuff probably.
Yeah.
Because they all could relate.
Except I just feel like the one thing that's hard is like I don't like look very Arab, and so when I post Middle Eastern content, people like joke like, oh, you look white passing, like, or like that I'm not Arab enough because I don't speak Arabic, and my parents are like immigrants, but they don't have like a thick accent, so it feels like it's like a part of me, but not as big of a part of me to share.
Right.
You know, because like a lot of the jokes I make are more geared towards like my aunts and uncles. That are more strict. Like my parents are very chill.
They're
but
chill?
like but like the jokes that I make are more geared towards like my extended family.
Because they have like that the the culture.
Yeah.
Culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Very more traditional.
More traditional. Yeah. It's like,
so that's why I don't post that stuff that much, you know, because it's not. I don't feel as connected to like the Arab community stuff because a lot of the Arab content is like they'll speak in Arabic and stuff, and I don't understand it.
Right.
So,
But you're just like, okay, like, but I understand like the tradition. You know what I mean?
And I'll like make jokes, but.
No, that's like me making jokes. Like for me, like as a Filipino, because religiously, like everyone's like Catholic.
Yeah.
Not all, but like majority. And I know my mom, she'd be like, "We gotta go to church like every Sunday."
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's totally fine. But I remember like she would be like, "Oh, let's go to church on Wednesday." I'm like, "Mom, listen, I love church, but I can only do 1 hour max. Can we do it only on Sundays?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it got to the point where like, see, this is where I would be like, okay, I want to do like a TikTok for this. But it gets to a point where, like, I'm like, yo, like, my mom can literally be a nun.
Really?
She can be, because she literally be like, yo, like, confess your sins. I'm like, she wanted me to be
out of left field.
Yeah, she wanted me to be a priest.
Really?
Yeah, I told her.
Wow. How many siblings do you have?
It's just me and my sister.
Okay.
So, yeah, like, one younger sister.
Yeah.
Her and I can agree to it. Like, we get it, though. Like, we're Catholic, but we're not, like, religious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we do the rosaries, but, like, it's not like it must be like a true, like, you must be like born, raised in the Philippines kind of thing. Because technically I'm American.
Yeah.
So I'm more raised into like the American culture. But I understand like the Filipino culture, which then can translate to like, I understand like why you know your own culture.
Yeah.
You just don't do like the traditions like crazy like that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I wholeheartedly agree with that.
Yeah.
She really wanted me to be a priest.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. I already know. I told my mom. You do realize like I sinned about like 15 billion times, right? She's like, no, but you can still change.
You gotta really want to be a priest to be a priest. Like that's not a light commitment.
I give props though. Like I know there was 2 like people that I know like just like I'm following the faith of God. Like I want to be a priest.
Yeah.
Like they were like
you have to want it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's like me wanting to do like a podcast.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
it takes a lot of
commitment.
Yeah, exactly.
We're here now.
Yeah.
And that's you like, I want to do TikTok.
Yeah.
I love the fact that how you were just like, I'm going to do TikTok. And then you were just like, brain blast. I got an idea. Let me just do this and then see how it goes.
Yeah.
8. Well, okay, cool. Like, no big deal.
Yeah.
It's
the app is so powerful, honestly.
Yeah.
I think, the 8 million views video definitely got me like a large chunk. But there was like a few that like got me like 5,000, 10,000, and so it just like accumulated.
Still, like that's just like it's just a slow increase. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm like make a prediction by the time of No, I don't want to say 2023. It's too soon. I would say in 2024. I think you'll probably surpass like 100K easily.
You think so?
Easily.
There's some people. What's crazy about TikTok is some people grow to 1 million in like 2 months. Which is insane. There's one girl, I think her name is Alex, and I don't know if a lot of people who like will see my live or whatever know her, but she'll just post get ready with me's, and she'll talk, and she has like this crazy life. She goes out like every night. She's rich. She goes out in Miami, then in another state, she talks to the camera as if like you're on FaceTime with her, and it feels like you know her. And she almost has 1 million followers, and she just started it like a couple months ago. It's like. TikTok is insane, and for anybody who thinks that it's not like it's gonna die or that it's like too late to get started, like that's just a perfect example of like how it's not, you know.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But like 100K by 2024 would be awesome. I'm almost at 50 right now. So.
Oh, you can definitely. I even said surpassing 100K.
That would be great.
Yeah. So it could be like 200K.
Yeah.
Within like
you never know
what I mean.
Yeah.
But that's mind-boggling. Well, shout out to Alex. God damn. Yeah. What is your thinking of how, like, you know, assumption wise, like what did you think really like got her popular in particular?
She's beautiful. That plays that plays a factor, but she also like makes you feel like you're her friend. She has a very interesting life, and she'll like share different like. I think people will like watch her videos and be like, oh, I wish I had like that many friends and was going out and like you know. I think that's a big factor.
That's a big factor.
But that doesn't mean that you have to be like super attractive or have a lot of money or a really interesting life to like grow that fast. There's a lot of people who I know who are at the opposite end of the spectrum and grew just as fast. So that's just like the person that I've been seeing pop up on my For You page the most right now.
Gotcha.
So now you need to make TikToks about this.
I know I should, right? Yo, everybody's been telling, like, even before.
I'm mad at you for not up until this point.
I know one of my friends was like, "I swear you would be popular on TikTok. I will be your manager." And I'm like,
seriously, you should.
yeah. I literally was just like, I never got into it. I guess I don't know what's been happening.
What's like the mental block you think that is holding you back from posting your?
I don't
breakdancing?
know, man. Like, to me, I feel like maybe I just don't have time. I don't even know. Like,
But you do this, right?
I do this, yeah.
And you already are dancing for fun, so you just got to put the phone up.
Yeah. That to
It
me.
doesn't have to be it could just be casual, you know?
Yeah. You know what it is? I think I just feel like an old head sometimes.
Really?
Yeah. Because, like,
you feel old on the app when you, like, see kids, you mean? Or
I think so. Yeah. You know what it is, too? It was, like, one of those things. I think because I did Vine already. So after Vine, I think I kind of was just like, all right, like, I'm going to, like, just move on to, like, the next. But then once I started seeing, like, the TikTok stuff, I was just like, oh, shit. Like,
there's a lot of people way older than us that are doing TikTok.
that are doing it. Yeah.
It's-
I think another thing, too, is because I have, like, I think I'm going to get addicted.
Oh.
Is the other reason.
Yeah.
That's like me, like, the other time, like, playing Pokemon Go. Like, there was one time, like, I was like,
I forgot about that.
yeah, Pokemon Go.
But are you recording?
It's recording, yeah.
Oh.
I forgot it's recording.
Oh.
But, like, Pokemon Go is, like, one of those things, like, I was like, all right, I'm going to play it once. I played it, like, just literally, like, by myself, like, one time, and I'm like, oh, this is a problem.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, I'm going to get hooked, and I'm going to
You gotta at least
hooked.
just, like, have, like, somebody offered to be your manager, have them post so you're not on the app.
That's true.
Or you can just post and not scroll. You
Or-
can try.
I could try, yeah.
Yeah.
It's worth the attempt, because honestly, like, I don't know what, like, you know, block mentally that I had with TikTok, but I think it was just because, like, literally, I think it was just like I just felt old.
Yeah. I was just gonna say,
Oh, really?
I don't know if you've seen Roger on TikTok. I don't know if that's his name. He's like old and
From
he sings.
From Sister,
No,
like Roger.
No, he just
Wait,
makes TikToks and
Oh,
he sings.
I have no idea.
And he's old, and he like sings Lady Gaga songs.
He's probably good, right?
I don't. It's more just like for like funny. It's like he's not bad, but just the way that he sings is just like
It's like the way
he's iconic. It's just funny. I don't know how to
Oh.
explain it.
It's probably what he does on the video. Like, it's probably like the acting,
Yeah, like
how he
his
sings
face.
it. Like, yeah,
I'll just show you him later. But
Yeah.
he blew up like million followers overnight, like type of person.
it's the same thing
And
with
he's old.
the same thing with like the whole Alex thing too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Just like off, and which goes back. You know how you were like talking about like
it doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter by attractiveness and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
That okay. See, now I really definitely gotta like think about doing a TikTok.
Yeah, you 100% should.
You're not the only one that's mentioned this. Everybody's
Brian
been
tells
telling
you too.
Yeah, he's been telling me. He told me at the beach. He's like,
Yeah.
"Yo, man, it's been a long time. Can you do a TikTok?"
Yeah, exactly.
All right, sure. Yeah. He's all. Does he have a TikTok? I'm assuming he has a TikTok.
Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's posted like 4 things.
4 things.
Yeah.
Did he like any like hits too, like you did?
No. Because he didn't. He
Ass.
Yeah.
Sorry, I need ass. Just kidding.
No, I felt so bad because he like didn't try on all of them except for like one he like thought was like great.
Mhm.
And I thought it was really good, but it like didn't get. You never know. Like,
Well, you never know. Yeah. 'cause-
sometimes you know, sometimes you don't. And it didn't give you. He got sad, and I'm like, Ryan, if you're gonna get sad after you post things, like maybe don't do it because it's just gonna affect your mental health. You know.
He
Like
got
it's
sad?
He's just so cute. I can't handle
damn.
it. Yeah.
I feel. Oh man.
He's like, I put so much effort into that video,
Oh,
but yeah,
I don't blame him.
yeah.
But here's the thing that like we go back to like that whole like mental thing. As long as you're just like whatever about it, it wouldn't be like a big deal. But it's not for everybody though.
Yeah.
I feel like for people,
It affects my mental health, and I take breaks. You know.
you take breaks. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
totally get it.
Yeah. I definitely need to try it just because like I have ideas like kind of it's like you know with my whole YouTube thing. It's the same thing with for me doing a TikTok if I have one.
Yeah.
Right. Just like kind of like approach it and just like think of something in my mind and just like okay, let me try this.
Yeah.
Dancing would definitely be a factor for me because like I've been dancing for a while, and it's so funny because I haven't I think the issue with my break dancing or why I stopped it was because of my knee. Because it wasn't like a torn ACL. I don't think it's a torn ACL.
Like Arnold.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm not even kidding.
You guys always talk about your knees.
Yo, his injury, like you know how he tells you like his knee was locked at one
Yeah.
point. That happened to me with my left knee. But it was weird because it's like, I don't know if it's like an IT band is like loose or something. I don't know. But like when my knee locks and I try straightening my knee, it hurts. Like
my
it feels like it's
God.
like dislocated.
There's a guy called
Yeah.
Knees Over Toes guy. Have you ever seen him?
No, is he on TikTok too?
Yeah, and on Instagram. I think I found him on Instagram, but he has exercises to strengthen and help knee pain. So you should do that.
Ooh, I should try that.
Yeah.
Also, the wellness place that I was telling you about is helpful too.
That's a good idea too.
Yeah, because like at first when I did the appointments, they had one of the doctors that do stretches. I already told her like my issue was like, yeah, I had like a history on my this left knee a couple times where it just locks.
Yeah.
And she was assuming it could be like a, your IT band's not like strong enough or something like that.
Yeah.
Which can easily like maybe put your kneecap like out of place or something out of place.
Yeah.
So she wanted me to focus on like, well, because she was doing it, like, she was literally like putting areas where it made me feel uncomfortable, but to like make sure I'm used to it.
Yeah.
And when she was able to do that, and I felt like, oh, it's actually not bad, because I was mentally blocked because of the knee injury. Because if I'm like moving my knee awkwardly, it just randomly pops.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but it's been a while since the last.
Oh, thank God. Yeah.
Yeah, thankfully. But
is the mic on?
yeah, the mic's on. The
Okay,
mic's
cool.
on now. You're good.
Yeah.
You're good. But that was like literally why I stopped doing breakdancing. But then
Wow.
I got into like choreography. And
So do you
dance.
teach classes?
I only taught one time. It was
How'd it
actually for.
go?
It was good, honestly. It was like
Really?
it was like a community thing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So like, it was like a. It wasn't like a dance crew, but it was like a dance community where anybody can come in. It was called TXC. Shout out to all my TXC peeps. But literally, every class was different. There was a class for choreography,
Yeah.
and someone was teaching it. We had another person that came in teaching us like bachata or like lambada, and then there was another class where they were teaching us how to b-boy. Like
That's
it
so
was
cool.
actually cool because it was like a variety of different classes, but we all brought us together,
Yeah.
and it kind of like dispersed after because it was in a community college.
Oh, that's
It was at
cool.
CCM, yeah. And the minute when we all like, I think Ryan did one of our classes actually.
Did he really?
I think he did. Or it might have been somebody else.
There's
I don't-
no way.
I think he. I don't remember, but like he might have. I think he might have. Ask
Really?
him. Ask him. He
gotta
might
ask
have one time. If not, he knows about it though.
Yeah.
He definitely knows about it.
That's funny.
But yeah, I know with Ryan, like I know we're on a sidetrack, but like with Ryan, I remember like we played basketball. He actually was getting like really good.
Really?
At
He
one
told me
point.
he was so bad at basketball.
I mean, probably now, yeah. But like when
No,
we were,
he always says like that's the one sport he wasn't good at.
he got better at one point. Like
Really?
I 2014.
He's just so good at everything he picks up. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, he's just like he was like at like the athletic.
Oh,
peak
that's
year.
when he was like, yeah.
Yeah, it was like 2014.
Yeah.
But like, even at the time, like, because he wasn't like really great at basketball, but like he slowly kind of, as he kept playing, like he knew how to like use his body, and then I was just
Yeah.
like, oh my god, I'm just gonna throw it to him down low. All he has to do is just put
Reach
it in
up and then
and just
yeah.
put it in the basket.
Yeah.
There were a few times where he did miss, and then I was just kind of like, what the fuck, like. You're like literally 6'5".
He's been learning soccer actually. We play soccer together.
Oh
and he's
yeah,
never played it. So
He's never played.
huge learning curve. Yeah.
Yeah.
Being tall doesn't really help you that much when you.
I was gonna say like I feel like you have to have like really like big like strong endurance.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna be running back and forth.
Yeah.
Also like I always feel like the physique too. So like you can be like really big, but it won't be for like a soccer physique.
Yeah.
So like you can be like this, but you're gonna be like struggling.
Yeah, it's not great if you're like stocky.
Yeah, like stocky.
Yeah, if you weigh more, like, yeah.
If you play like when I played basketball after like, because I used to like 110 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm like currently like at 140 ish.
Yeah.
But the problem is now like my shooting mechanics is different because like I stopped playing basketball because I wanted to bulk because I had like a really high metabolism.
Yeah.
And as soon as I
You have
started,
to like put intention into gaining
yeah,
weight,
like I had to stop like doing like cardio for a
Yeah.
while. And then when I got back into it, which is great, like, but then I started realizing like my shot feels weird
Yeah.
because like my whole arm is just like buff, so
Oh
I'm
my
just
God.
like weirded out. Yeah,
That's so weird.
it's really weird. Yeah, it's one of those things where like you choose one or you choose the other.
Yeah.
There's never gonna be like you're never gonna get both.
Yeah.
It's like me, like I can do track, but then I'm never gonna gain the weight that I want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I forgot what we were talking about. We were talking about. I know we were
Like way
talking
back when?
like for the TikTok.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't even remember. I know we were talking about Roger.
Yes.
Yes, but Roger, he's the guy like that just sings. He's okay, but he has like a character.
I can't explain it to you. You're just gonna have to watch it. It's like he's like memeable. Like he's a meme.
He's a meme. Okay, I'll note that then.
Yeah.
I'll note that.
I'll have to share him.
Yeah, but he's just like literally like, just all he did was just post something and then he just
sang to the camera a Lady Gaga song, and it was like I'm not even gonna imitate it because you'll just laugh. But it was just like iconic. Everybody was like loving it, and so now like he just posts videos of him singing and.
And you know what I think too, that I think that got him like really a lot of like viewers, subscribers. Is surprisingly, I think, because of his age.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's also something I was gonna say.
Yeah.
People love older people on TikTok.
Yeah.
They love like when an old person or a boomer like tries to post a TikTok. Yeah, because it's just so different and it's so funny to watch.
Yeah, because you know what the psyche is? The psyche. This is like me, what I was telling you about, like where like I think the reason what my mental block is because like I just kind of feel old for it. But seeing that guy doing it, well, I need to see it because I haven't seen it yet, but hearing about that guy, that will kind of convince me like, okay, maybe I should do TikTok.
Yeah.
And honestly, like even like, because I'm not like literally like I'm 28, turning 29. I'm not like that old. You know what I mean? I just feel old. But there's people literally my age still like going into like the TikTok world, and they're having fun with it, and there's some that are like popular. So to me, like that's one of the evidence that I need to kind of get myself, you know what? Maybe I should get myself out there.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
I think it would be fun, and you can share your passion, and you'll attract people who either enjoy watching your dance or also dance, and you'll be able to like connect with new people.
Oh yeah, I'll probably do
it's so hard on YouTube and Instagram to like reach new people. So
yeah, like again, when I tried with my my reel on Instagram, like I had like a few. Oh, the only problem is I think I had my Instagram on private. So.
Oh yeah, 100%. That would make it.
Yeah, I was like, then again.
On Instagram, I have gotten like a few tens of thousands of views on some videos, on some reels, but it's like not the same level of reach. But one thing that has driven me crazy is accounts on Instagram will take my 8 million view video and post them on Instagram. Like they'll take my 8 million view TikTok, post them on Instagram, and make money from it because it'll get like 1 million views, 4 million views on Instagram.
Holy shit!
I think like at least a dozen accounts have stolen my content.
Yo, fuck! What, seriously?
Yeah.
Yo,
and
that's
they'll like
crazy.
They'll credit me, like they'll put at Jasmine Sawagid. So like.
Oh, okay,
But what I don't get like I don't want to grow on Instagram. That doesn't help me in any way. Like that's not my goal. You know, and only like maybe 2 out of those dozen have asked me for like consent to post my video. So
that's crazy. They took like, holy shit, just to make money.
Yeah, like a few videos have taken. I've taken not just that one. There's been like a few that people have taken and posted on Instagram. But some people do that. They'll just like repurpose content from other people and like make money because like on Instagram you get paid a good amount. Like if on Instagram I was making like 100 a week, which is like not bad to get paid from like
that's
just posting
solid,
videos
actually.
anyway.
Yeah, that's
you know,
pretty solid. Yeah.
TikTok, I make like $1 a day. Like the other day, I made $17 in one day, but it really depends on your views. That was because I got like 500,000 views on something. But
how many how many views like, or I don't know if it's like percent or per.
It's like it's no clear. I don't know. Like I don't know what the conversion is, and I don't think it's like the same for everyone for like views to dollars.
And so. how did you know, or like this is my curiosity? How did you know that like TikTok reached out like, oh, by the way, like you're gonna get paid because you're consistently getting, or how did they reach out to you? You know what I mean?
They don't. Once you get 10,000 views, 10,000 followers, then I think you can join the Creator Fund. I think it's 10,000. there's a creator fund. Okay. Yeah. Because I was like kind of curious. I'm like, how did like that actually goes back to what I was gonna say about YouTube. So actually, one huge difference between YouTube and TikTok is that YouTube you can make a lot of money because of ads. TikTok doesn't help creators make that much money. Like you either like brands will reach out to me and I make money through that, or I make like the couple dollars from my views. But I think a lot of TikTokers are gonna migrate to YouTube Shorts since that's a thing now, because you'll be able to make money through ad spend or ad monetization or whatever. Where that's a really big downfall. I don't know if TikTok is gonna catch up in that way, but if they don't, I think that a lot of TikTokers are gonna migrate to YouTube Shorts.
Got you.
Yeah.
Is that like what you're planning to do? If like, because you know, I feel like you're already thinking like a step ahead.
Yeah,
So,
I've thought about it. I honestly haven't played around enough with YouTube Shorts to even know what it looks like.
I think it's too early.
Yeah.
It's way too early.
Maybe I think, so there's like a website called Repurpose.io. Well, they'll take your TikToks and post them automatically on your other channels. So like if I post
okay,
TikTok,
gotcha.
it'll post to Instagram, YouTube, whatever. I haven't really done that much, but I think I'm going to like just download all my videos and repost them onto YouTube Shorts rather than like creating new content there. And just do both.
Do both, yeah. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, because you already have like the necessities you need.
Mm-hmm.
You just like placed it onto the shorts.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. I have so much content. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. See, this is what I was talking about. I was saying like, if TikTok can continue improving things
yeah.
on the build, like I think they're gonna stay like they'll be okay.
Yeah.
But it's so tough to compete with YouTube because YouTube's been around since God knows how long.
Yeah.
It's crazy too. I also wanted to mention too, you know, because we're also talking about like content creating and like you know basically like YouTube and TikTok. YouTube really changed drastically from 2008 to now.
What are the changes?
It used to be like, I mean, it's still fun, but people in YouTube at the time like just did it for fun.
Yeah.
There was never a business about it. Just everyone was just like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna record it. Yeah, I got millions of views, and
That's
then
so true.
yeah, and then slowly the transition of realize like, whoa, shit, like I actually can make money off this, and then that's when people who commit to it, like stay like getting like the big money because they knew that they were getting you. But then I think that's when YouTube started catching on.
Yeah.
And YouTube was like, all right, if they're gonna like they're noticing that they're making money off this, then we're gonna have to like kind of counter something back.
Yeah.
And that's when like YouTube really started becoming more like a business kind of thing. I mean, it's still fun though, because like everyone like that's famous on YouTube love doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whether you're a vlogger or you know you like to do like cooking or you like doing choreography or dancing or sports, they enjoy it. You know what I mean? I just remembered at the time back then there was never anything with money related.
Yeah.
You know, TikTok.
That's so funny.
Yeah, and TikTok is already kind of like in the same like boat as well.
Yeah.
I mean, because YouTube was already there, it's already noted that you can make money off like TikTok. And so that to me is one of those things too. Also, I wanted to ask too.
Yeah.
It's a very deep question. Very deep.
Very
It's not really dark, but it's not really dark at all, but it's deep.
Okay.
Do you see yourself like committing full time to TikTok?
I don't think it would be just the TikTok. I think my goal is to create a business where I take what I've learned creating content and help small businesses and people who want to be creators like understand TikTok, have a good strategy, understand what makes them unique and what to share, tips, tricks, all of that. Like that's what I want to do.
I like that.
So I don't think I would just be like a content creator full time. I think I would be like an entrepreneur whose business is like around TikTok because I think it's still in the next decade still going to be important and relevant. So,
Got you.
Yeah.
And as like a as like a content like creator, what are some of the things that make you feel stand out from the others?
That's a good question.
I mean, I have to...
I like your little notebook.
Do you know how tiny this is?
It's nice. It's
right?
portable.
Look how tiny like my handwriting is.
No, you're very organized. I love it.
Organized, but off the camera. No, just kidding. Or am I? But sorry. Anyway, you're saying so. Yeah, what makes you feel like that stands out, or like you know what I mean? Like what is like different? Like what's your content like?
I like to think that I'm like somebody who's in like STEM and an engineer who's like funny at the same time. I feel like a lot of people who post STEM content or engineering content or whatever post like technical things or like the story of how they've overcome their obstacles or like very either emotional or analytical or like intellectual things.
That's cool.
I feel like I'm different because I create like funny videos about being like a woman in STEM and being an engineer and being a first generation American and being Arab. Like I feel like that's my like uniqueness voice. Yeah. So like I make fun of like the men in engineering a lot and I feel like there's another girl actually who does this and I like her page too, but she does it more of like women empowerment and like she comes from the like her videos are more like she's a badass, but my videos are more like funny.
For funny?
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah. And it's not funny if you're not in engineering, but I feel like in engineering, it's like, yeah, that's how men are, and you like laugh at it. But yeah.
I always think too, and again, this is like, I also work with like people in engineering, so I kind of see like what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Not all, but like a few that have like that kind of like an ego.
Yeah.
But I also think like, you know, you never see somebody like an engineer that's like hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Like it's, you know, because they're always like analytical, like very serious, which is fine. You know what I mean? But it's so hard to find someone that, you know, laughs and jokes around.
Yeah, a lot of them don't like have like much of like the soft skills because they're just so focused on like getting good grades,
like getting like technical, getting the passing grade, and that's
successful.
That's understandable. And I think that's, to me, what I think stands out is because like you're able to, you know, love engineering. Obviously, do well in school, but you also like, you know, because of the experience, you want to like, yo, I'm gonna laugh about this because literally like this is what I deal with on a daily basis. And you guys are clowns, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's so funny that you say that actually, because me and Ryan talk about this all the time. Because obviously he's an engineer too, and he's super goofy. And he's so funny, right? Like that's honestly part of like how I knew he was the one, because we're both engineers and we're both funny, and like I love that. It's so hard to find that, but I love that. But we talk about all the time that people perceive both of us as like stupid sometimes because we're so goofy and we're so funny, that the other engineers treated us like we weren't smart because we had the personality, and they just had assumed like you must not know what you're talking about, or you're just like you don't take things seriously, or you're just too goofy, and would treat us differently. Either it's at work, that's happened to me, or in school. But like, you know, like I graduated like at the top of like my, like I was at the top 1% of students at Rutgers, like, but I don't talk about that because I'm not like, that's not my personality, you know.
Wait, excuse me, did you say top 1%?
Yeah, like
God damn,
I was in like the honors college, which was like the top 1% at Rutgers.
That's impressive.
Yeah, so but like I wasn't like the other engineers where I would brag about my grades or like try to compete.
The 1% is just you. God, like what? This 1%, like that's just you basically. No one's at the honors college. I think it was like 500
kids. I forget.
Out of like 2 million, sounds about right.
I don't know. I don't remember how many students there were in our college, but like a few thousand.
That's impressive.
But yeah, so like, and Brian is extremely smart too, but we're just like, we never take life seriously, and like I would always joke around in class, like sit in the back and not pay attention, like whatever, and people just assumed we weren't smart. But like that's like part of what I talk about on my page is like people who think that me being good in my classes is not why I was successful. It's because of my personality. Like that's what makes me successful at my job, and I'm sure you can relate because you're personable too.
Oh yeah,
that your soft skills are like more important than being technical.
Yeah, you can't take life always serious. You know what I mean? Like to me, it's like you got to enjoy life. Yeah, you can be serious, but like at the end of the day, like you only live once.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Exactly. And the people that literally are just so technical about haters. Haters.
Literally.
Straight up haters. Literally, this world is just full of judgment and haters. So like at the end of the day, it's like one of those things too. It's just screw everybody. Like if you don't like me, like whatever. If you want to critique about me, I love me.
Yeah, if you can't laugh at things, like we can't be friends. Like that's
that's
why me and Amanda are so close. Like because she's just a clown, you know. Like
Amanda is a whole freaking clown.
Yeah, I just like love being around people who just like don't take things seriously because I can't. But yeah, that's why like another thing you asked me about like what makes me unique is I try to advocate like if you're failing your engineering classes, like that does not mean you're gonna fail in your career. Like that's that could not be further from the truth. You probably have like unique skills that the people who are getting A's in your classes don't have, you know. So
at the end because at the end of the day, like you don't really need to have like you don't have to be like good grades. You just have to like work hard, but at the same time too, you know, enjoy your life. You know, that's a few of the things that, you know, like some people are still trying to figure out. You know what I mean? Because like I get it, because you know maybe there's like a career change that's happening. Maybe like, you know, something like happened in their life. It could be like, you know, something personal. But knowing that at the end of the day, like figuring out yourself and loving yourself is like probably the most important thing. But besides family. Well, actually, if you ever give me like a top list of priorities,
Mm-hmm.
it would literally be like myself and like my family here.
Yeah.
Because you want to make sure that you're okay.
Yeah.
That you're good.
Because then you can't take care of other people if you're
Yeah,
not.
obviously you gotta take care of your family, but you always gotta make sure your health,
Yeah.
your mentality, what you do
Yeah.
is what will put yourself like successful.
Agreed.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I have you on this show. So I appreciate you like coming to the show.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
I appreciate it too.
Yeah. So thank you guys for checking out the podcast. We'll see you guys soon.
Thanks. Thank you so much.
No, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming.